Good morning, everyone. Happy rainy Saturday. Today we're going to create this adorable card using the Snailed It bundle from page 55 in the January to June mini catalog. I'll give you a closer up view. This card design was cased by my upline and a friend of ours, and I think even another demonstrator down the row. So it's been a well-loved card sketch. And here's my take on it. So this is the one that we're going to be making today. I did do a Facebook Live and where I changed it up just a bit. So here is that card. And this one, the difference is besides the colors, I changed up and I did a different designer series paper at the top and the bottom. And I used a wobble and googly eyes. So I just stepped it up a bit, and you can always find that video on Facebook if you'd like to see it. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and get started here. I have a card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored and folded in the middle at 4 1/4. Oh gosh, sorry about the arm reach. I forgot my bound folder. Can't forget that on a Saturday morning. Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna go ahead and set this aside right now. So the layer that I'm using, the color that I'm using is Blushing Bride, and it's 4 inches by 5 1/4. So basically your standard 1/4 inch card layer. We have some designer series paper strips. These are, I have 2 here at 1 by 4 inches, and then the other 2 are 1 inch by 2 3/4 inches. If you watched the Facebook video, you will know I had it cut incorrectly. So I double checked this time. Hopefully we're good to go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of Stamp and Seal. I do have to pull this up so I can see. Now, when you're making a card like this that has a lot of different pieces of, well, in this case, designer paper, but whatever it happens to be that you're using, I'm gonna like tap it down gently and get everything lined up, and then I'm gonna go back and just rub it so it sticks well. But this way it leaves some room for error and options for movement. I always thought that was a good tip. Okay, like that, you know, and you wanna make sure these are straight and okay. Goes together much, much better when you have it cut to the appropriate dimension. Okay, sometimes you have to give the Stamp and Seal a little bit of a twist. Excuse me. I'm lining up basically all of the edges. I don't see, that one's a little crooked. So that they lay nicely together, and I think that looks pretty good, so I'm just going to go with it and I'm going to lock it down. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to stamp, I'm going to use Versamark and this cute little mushroom patch, I guess, stamp. I love Versamark. It's just such a handy stamping tool. All right, I'm going to pull this back just so I can line it up. This stamp is going to look like it's bigger than the area that you're stamping in, but it's not. The image, you know, kind of watch where that image is. It just fits, and it fits perfectly. Love that. And then I'm going to take the cute little hello and add that just to the bottom right of that image. All right, let me show you. So you can see the Versamark, just that watermark image, something a little bit light. A little bit of a space filler, sort of. Okay. I don't know what I did with my scrap paper, so I'm going to use this because we need to color with blends, and I'm afraid that will go, oh, here it is. Well, that's all right. I'm afraid they will run through the paper and go onto the other side. of my mat here. So for blends, I'm using soft suede, or goodness, so saffron, not soft suede. Maybe I'll have to be making something with soft suede later today. And I went in with the dark first, and then the light. In fact, I'm going to trace the little eye area, or I don't even know what you call that, with the darker one. Okay, so then coming in with the lighter blend. This guy's so cute. You can make him any color you want. You can brighten him up a bit. For his shell, I chose Pool Party. So I'm going to start with the darker Pool Party. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. A little definition around his shell. Don't mind my coffee stains, that's embarrassing. Oh, keeping it real, folks, keeping it real. When you just want to grab a little something, right? I just did coffee in a card, so that's where the coffee stains come in. All right, so we just have to do one more thing and we can get this thing off of there. All right, and this one is real red, so I chose the lighter one. You can choose whichever. Get that out. Gone. Okay, so cute. I did add Wink of Stella to the eyes. Add a little bit of sparkly goodness. And then to the white part of the envelope. You could do the whole thing if you wanted to. Or you could leave it white and sparkle up the heart. And give him a little bit on his belly. Whoop. Such a cute little guy. All right, so let's go ahead and put this together. We're going to pull down the card base. I'm going to attach this layer to the card base. You can just use your adhesive of choice. I typically use Stampin' Seal. The Tombow will work well. Yeah, whatever you prefer. I don't know that I mentioned the card base layer is Bermuda Bay. I feel like I forgot to mention that. So we have Bermuda Bay and Blushing Bride, which are both found in this designer series paper, the snailed, what is it? The name of it? Snail Mail designer series paper. Okay, so snails, you see how the color goes through when you're using the blends. So just in case I wanted to be safe, I'm just going to add a dimensional to the back of my snail friend here and pop them on the card, right? He is adorable. I've made this card several times and I think I like it more each time I make it. So, all right, I'm going to open it up. On the inside, I am going to attach a piece of the designer series paper, another strip. I've cut this one down to 3/4 of an inch by 5.5, so it goes all the way across the bottom. And I leave a tiny little space, maybe 1/4 inch. You know what? I thought that was a little bit long. I don't know how that happened. But I'm just going to trim that down. Okay. Very cute. And then to finish up, all we have to do is add our sentiment in the middle. On the inside, you snailed it. And to make it just a little bit different, I'm going to add it in the bottom corner, and it gives you all this area to write. So if you are a person who loves to write notes and cards, there you go, lots of space, and you'll be able to see that on the Bermuda Bay card base. If you prefer, you could always put a layer of Whisper White there. Excuse me, basic white. Old habits die hard. I've been a demonstrator for a long time, so I have to get used to that. Anyway, here we are. So snail mail, let me bring it up just a little bit more. Hello. And you snailed it. So thanks so much for watching my video, and I will see you soon. Happy stamping.